Here we are. We're week 2 of the newest split of the LCUS. That would be split 3, opening up with White Wolf versus Team Phoenix. I am Kenos, and I'm joined for this first set of games by Nickelbacher and Sig Tau Lord. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Glad to hear it.
Is Justin dead?
He might be.
No! I was waiting for my dramatic entrance that never came. I am so excited to be back.
Alright, yeah, we were missing Sig last week, but we managed to somehow survive without him. Hopefully we won't have to go through that again in the future. But yeah, going into this first set of games here, Wolf versus Phoenix. Pop over to the standings real quick. Wolf unfortunately wasn't able to pull out a win last week, so they're sitting at 0 points. Phoenix is at 1, obviously looking to try to get a couple more, as is everyone. So really excited to see if White Wolf can claw their way back onto the board. What are you looking for this first set of games, Nickel?
Well, the first set of games, I still say it's a little bit early in the matchup with these new teams and everything, but I am hoping that White Wolf can claw their way out. They were getting a little bit better last week, but they just weren't able to compensate. But hopefully this week it'll be a little bit of a different story for them.
Indeed. Sig, did you manage to take a peek at any of the games last week?
I squinted a little bit at him, and I got to tell you, this split, we're already seeing a new level of play. I'm so excited to see that continue to grow, and I want to see a little bit more of that old White Wolf in this upcoming set.
Indeed. Also worth noting, this will be Take the Lantern's first game of the split. Had a bye week last week up against Cowbell in set number 2. And Blitzkrieg will be moving into their bye week this week. Have a bit of practice time available to them, and hopefully they'll get to sort out some of the quirks from their week 1. But we should be all set to go into White Wolf here in just a second, indicating that we're all set to go. Everyone else seems all set to go. White Wolf representing with Wolf avatars, and Phoenix with Team Liquid avatars. I believe.
Not sure a horse is a Phoenix, guys.
Yeah. Not sure either.
Close enough, I guess. I don't know. It's an animal.
I don't know. They're going with, for their clan icon, which I'm sure you guys will see in game, they're going with close to the StarCraft spelling of Phoenix. So maybe that's what they were thinking of, and we just misheard their icon request.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah.
Get a little cross generation there. They claim we're starting, so let's get rolling in game number 1. Right. But like as Sig said, you know, we got early in the season, so not sure if the bans will be that concrete. Of course, Anivia is always concrete. She gets knocked out first.
No one wants Icebird. No one ever wants Icebird, especially against Von Hohenheim, or with Von Hohenheim.
Yeah, you want to keep that out of his hands. Way too dangerous of a weapon.
Indeed. Kaisa out of there as well, and Jax getting removed from the pool. Seeing him get banned a couple of times lately, so nice to see him at least being thought of.
We haven't seen too much of Jax in the LCUS. It's interesting that he's become kind of a popular ban.
Well, we'll see if any other things stand out. Jarvan being a ban is interesting.
Definitely something to keep away, especially with pretty much everybody. I feel like everybody has played Jarvan at least once. So,
yeah,
a safe ban.
Yeah, testing the water ban, you know, if when in doubt, take him off the board. I want you to see if
Now
we
we
can...
Oh,
Hohenheim bans his own guy.
Interesting.
very. We do have our first Twitch comment. I'm ready for the O2. I'm sure there's some hydrogen in there somewhere, but without you clarifying which team, no idea what you're talking about, Res Dot.
Sejuani as a first pick. Good mainstay, strong jungler, tanky. All the good things. Also very, very neutral pick. Not really showing too much of their hand.
No, but they have established the jungle pick. Not really a flex there.
Ooh, Kane returns to the LCUS.
Wow.
I do like the Mundo pick. We were talking about that in this prior weeks. Let's talk about the league. Please check out our podcast. I said that there's going to be some major play potential, and it was agreed upon by some of the other players. Blitzkrieg had joined us that night, so please check that out.
Well, I guess someone was listening to you. We'll see how correct the conversation was. Getting a Lulu pick for support, I guess, unless it's going to be Lulu jungle. Would that be fun, Nickel?
We don't want to break me the second week. God dang. No, please.
And possibly a Lucian pick coming out here does manage to lock that in, so...
That's a Lucian top.
I thought it was going to be Lucian support, and then Sejuani will be ADC.
For any newcomers, we are joking.
Yes, we should put up like a symbol that says, "Okay, this is a joke."
Just have a picture that comes up when we're starting to talk out of our asses with picking bands.
Oh,
like
Hohenheim with the Vel'Koz. Sorry.
Oh, you like that one, don't you?
Oh yeah. Vel'Koz fanboy had to interrupt the commentary about quality of life choices to point out that Vel'Koz got picked.
You heard it here first, folks. Kenos loves the tentacles. Looking at it, Nova USA in a easy 1-1. We'll see. I hope not. I'd like to see one team come out ahead.
Oh come on, keep those ties coming. Keeps it interesting. Banning out Alistar.
And after the changes, we do see the Lux band come across.
Well, going to the mid, because that's one of the last few picks that they need to make. Lux is a pretty safe band.
Eventually.
Well, I don't know if Stelio Cantos plays Lux. And Jhin being taken away.
Yeah, keeping that ADC option a little more boxed in.
Right.
So I'm expecting someone like maybe Caitlyn or Tristana.
And was it Phoenix last week that had the Jhin that was using the ult in an interesting way, where it was more of a zoning tactic?
I think that was Blitzkrieg Northern Storm.
That was Blitzkrieg? Okay.
It does sound like classic Goon Stomp.
Yep. Alright, so there's a Tristana pick.
Oh god.
Oh
god.
We're floating a team.
Oh god, no. No!
Only floats. We all float down here.
It's not a bad idea.
Okay, and the Teemo does come across.
I want my boat. Give me my boat. I want to go rip my arm off. Please, just make it end.
They we'll see if that's top or mid, but I think it's a good pick against Tristana.
It is. But
as much
at
as you
the same
hate it.
time, my headache is just starting now.
Look at it this way: you're not playing against it.
I'm not playing against it, but it's just like it's.
You can be an impartial observer.
Uh,
It is possible to do such things.
yes, but
Meanwhile, Malzahar. So this is good. White Wolf has a team full of headaches for this game one here. Teemo is just a pile of annoyance. Malzahar with his lockdown. Sejuani good disables.
It looks like EPA. Oh wait, EPH is picking up the Teemo.
Alright, so Teemo top then, I guess.
Yeah, that is EPH with Teemo, Lucian, and Lulu in the bot lane. Malzahar is floating Smite right now. Let's see if they continue this. Sedge in the mid lane, perhaps. Stranger things have happened. We see Tilted actually pick up the the Teemo, and they're continuing to switch. Are they watching this right now?
There we go. They're good now.
Okay.
possibly.
Yeah. Yeah, everything's fine. We're fine, you're fine, everything's fine. Alright, well, you know, except for people who don't like Teemo. So,
Yes.
Someone who won't cry about Teemo the whole time, tell me about this Mundo versus Teemo top lane.
I'm fine now. Just had to get it out of there.
I'm not going to cry about it, but I will say with some of the improvements in health regen that Mundo picked up in the last patch, Teemo is not going to be the offensive monster that he used to be post 6. So this could be a hard laning matchup for him.
Okay. Alright,
And with that, I'd say that it's probably going to be even. just from the annoyance of Teemo, and even though I agree with you that with Mundo's health capabilities now, it's going to be a little bit harder for RTC to do anything about it. At this point, I'm just curious to see if Amaya-chan is going to have a cool head about it, because that's one of the annoyances. You got to pretty much make sure that you're not going in the bushes, because they're, well, we'll wait until 6, but wait so that you're not going over any mushrooms, because that's just going to be an annoyance. And then if Teemo just looks at you, half your health is gone.
And we do see in chat, Shaden, if Mundo doesn't get that adaptive helm, gonna be sad. I agree with you there. That'd be a major tool.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Mhm.
All right, and then the bot lane, we got a tank versus a mage support. Those lanes are always interesting to watch play out. We'll have to see how aggressive both lanes want to be in that situation. Braum, of course, is a big counter to Lucian.
Mm-hmm. And Tristana and Braum is the dream team bot lane that we've seen throughout the LCUS. We've seen it work time and time and again. We haven't seen too much of Lucian, and I feel like that Lulu is still a pretty good pick, because her buffs to her ADC are just going to be awesome, and it's a good matchup, I think.
Well, we did see some major Lucian targeting with the changes that were made to, I can't remember the name of the item, but it looks like a blue flag, where he gains additional damage after ultimate use, and it changed the mana scaling with it as well. So they're probably looking at that power bump, and I would definitely play that into a Tristana. Lulu with the CC capability, it's going to be a real difficult lane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lulu, another one of the characters that gets some of that annoyance factor that I mentioned, because, you know, you think you're closing in on somebody and then she just ults them and suddenly they're twice as big and knock you in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have to see how that works out. Really interested to see how the team fights go between both of these sides here. Vel'Koz, of course, can be really dangerous in team fights and disengaging and just poke in general. But Malzahar can lock Tristana from bouncing all over the place and prevent Kayn from escaping as well. So we'll have to see how well the carries can handle the engagement from White Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to find out in a couple of seconds as we get on with our first match of the night. Going to be an exciting one, folks. Hope you're strapped in.
5 seconds. I'm excited to see Nebulon on Kayn. He was hyped, and I missed the first series, so I'm pumped to see him on it.
I thought you squinted at it.
Yeah.
I missed it. It might have been a part that was in my peripherals or something.
All right. Heading into the skins. Let's see what we can see here. I guess I have to give this to White Wolf just because I like Project Lucian so much. And they also all have skins, whereas Kayn doesn't have a skin.
Although Kayn does look pretty cool by himself, but we also have BMO coming through.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the pick makes sense now.
Yeah.
New skin.
Just to show off the new skin. Although we definitely not Vel'Koz, though.
I didn't spend 970 riot points for you not to see this.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that goes for every skin, right? Alright, so everyone's going to be warping in a second here. And then we will get this show on the road. Oh, no fancy warp in from BMO? That's unfortunate. Alright, let's see how this goes. Possibly early aggression. The teams really aren't set up for something like that, especially with Teemo heading top. Yeah, it looks like we're just going to have a pretty basic, no 5-man invade, anything like that. Someone pinging where the Nexus is. It's good. Always glad to know that the players know where the objectives are.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Alright, yeah.
Spam laugh.
Teemo just hanging out. Some laugh spam taunts coming out of White Wolf, but Phoenix isn't going for it because they can't even see it. Nice ward placement here, though. Keeping an eye out, seeing if anything's going to sneak around the back. And BMO is going back just to taunt out his B emotes. We're going to check that out for all of you who haven't Seeing that. Alright. Kinda looks like Pikachu also. Just, you know, equally terrifying. Alright, let's see how these opening jungles go. I'm not expecting any sort of invades or engages. Sig, what do you think?
I think Von Hohenheim's being a little protective there. I can understand the roam, I guess, checking out some play. Oh, getting a good deep ward in, but that does allow Prime to start getting that CS advantage.
Prime also going to get some poke here, maybe. We'll see. That spell shield is really going to help Prime out.
Yeah, it's going to be because I mean you essentially got to land two of your abilities.
Right, and I mean obviously it always helps out when you're playing Mals, but just to the point that you're playing up against a Vel'Koz who needs to do tricky things to hit you most of the time anyway. It's going to get really irritating for Hohenheim. I'm guessing that ward was just in case Hohenheim wanted to try to steal that blue buff, but yeah, doesn't look like he's going to get it this time.
Getting the timer. Just getting the timer.
Nebulon gets wolves first, so a little behind in the buff race, but so it is a little low here. Ward indicators. Ooh, Portsmouth might end up going down here. Flash is burned. Tilted Snorlax getting the aggression out early, and the flash has been burned on Tristana and Lulu.
Kanto's not one to buy into this aggression right now, despite the flashes being burned.
Yeah, I mean, good job there by Kantos not wasting the flash.
And the he was like, I'm not missing it. I know my timing.
Right. Yeah, Portsummer sticking around there was very risky with the gap closing that Lucian provides, and paid for it. Meanwhile, up top we do have a gank, Arcane Soda going in. We weren't watching it because Mundo was going to get away no problem, and he does. We'll have to see though. I mean, obviously with that kind of aggression, Amaya is in a little bit of trouble against poke like Teemo enjoys. Tardis is also in a little bit of trouble. Oh, good trade flash there. Stella's probably going to pay for this though. Yep, and does. Oh, Tilted might be in a lot of trouble too. Doesn't have her flash, remember. Portsummer should be able to get this easy kill. Asking for help.
Chasing a little deep, but it does look like the mid laners are going to collapse in to try to assist.
Ooh, nice try by Hohenheim to not get that knockup. Snorlax still running, getting a lot of poke though. This could be a big problem, and it is, because Portsummer should be able to... Ooh, turning there. Alright, so now it's ADC versus jungle. A lot of aggression here early. Hohenheim also almost gets taken out by Primedon.
Now we know this, the Portswimmer's flash is down, so unless they took E, nope, and they are not going to get out.
Yeah, that lack of E was really showing in that whole chase as well.
Wow, these hours.
Alright, so a lot of carnage going on in this game so far, particularly coming from the bot lane. Little aggression coming out of Kantos there. But, you know, depending who you ask, it was probably worth it, because you got the ADC now twice, and Portsummer, though he does have 2 kills, is behind in the gold by a significant portion. Meanwhile, Amaya is basically back against a wall, is going to go back trying to heal up. And Primedon's getting poked down. Both mid laners very low on mana.
Yeah, you can already see the mana changes having that impact. Both the mid laners did start Dorn's Ring.
Alright, so Mundo coming back with a Negatron cloak, help against that Teemo poke substantially. Teemo, meanwhile, is sitting on almost 1100 gold. So we'll see what item he's saving up for as he heads back. Bot lane, we also see that Kantos, due to Portsummer dying twice, has a very significant minion advantage as well. A lot more minion kills.
Yeah, and that's going to be real hard with the scaling that you need out of Tristana.
Alright, Hohenheim goes back first. Picks up Lost Chapter, a couple other items. We'll See Primeton possibly go back soon as well, just to take advantage of that mana timing. But I'm more than willing to get a few extra kills, I'm sure, up by 7 already. Teemo choosing to walk back to lane, whereas Amaya and Mundo teleported. So that is going to be relevant. Here comes the teleport now from that Teemo. Alright. Coming to save his jungler. Meanwhile, bot lane, lots more aggression coming on here. Kane tried to make a gank work, didn't quite manage to make it happen. Snorlax at low health, but healing up very nicely. A lot of action all over the place now, a little hard to follow. See, it's working out for all of them, though. Wondering when Portswimmer is going to go back. Only with 500 gold, possibly trying to hang out that long for a BF sword, but considering how, or any other expensive item for that matter. But considering how this lane's going, I don't know if he's going to be able to survive that long.
I agree, but I also agree with his decision making to go attack speed. When he's behind to the level that he is, he really needs to double down on the farm.
For sure. Little engage coming out of top lane here. RTC dealing a lot of damage. Portswimmer gets poked a little bit more, but does now have that escape from that E and bounces away. Hohenheim gets blue buff. Now is a level up on, oh, just barely, on Primeton. Maya's still very low. Seems like just the tempo of this game is setting Phoenix on the back foot.
And we do see Portswimmer go down again after that combo from Kantos. And my ultimate does come across, and we do see a double kill. Lucian definitely racking him up.
Alright, 4-1 Lucian. That's a scary thought. Primeton now also has blue buff.
Now, it was worth pointing out, we did see that Von Hohenheim did exchange Barrier to Cleanse. So he is looking to get out of that suppression now post 6.
Yeah, good play there. Maya once again forced under tower. Bot lane tower should go down here. Kantos very specifically missing one of his abilities just to get that extra shot.
Looks like they were thinking about engaging on that, but did back off.
Interesting seeing Primeton thinking about going back in there. I think Hohenheim's going to get away. Almost managed to solo Primeton out there. Primeton does still have his ultimate though, while Hohenheim blew his in that engagement. So Hohenheim's got to be careful.
Tried to land the knock up, and he does secure the kill. Von Hohenheim slays Primeton.
Alright, good to get some tempo somewhere with that bot lane just being totally shut down by White Wolf. Hohenheim helping the team out. Looks like they're going to get Arcane Soda here too. Soda does hit the blast cone, also has her flash available. Or his flash available rather. Champion versus player genders. RTC was coming to help out. There's just a minefield there. Anyone goes into that tri-bush, they're going to be in a lot of trouble. Speaking of a lot of trouble, mid lane rotates up to Hohenheim. Couple more hits and he should be down. And he is. Got to keep an eye out for that. Very few, while Phoenix has had some good wards in the jungle, they haven't had too many in the lanes, and that led to that rotation, taking Hohenheim by surprise.
Yeah, somebody definitely didn't call MIA in that, because we did see he's yet to back. Kantos is yet to back.
Yeah, Kantos with almost 4,000 gold in his pocket. Oh, fight going on up here. Does manage to take out Soda. And Nebulon goes down too.
Tilted Snorlax cleaning that one up after a solid flash play from EPH.
Alright, mid turret is going to get taken down here, so there'll be 2 turrets for White Wolf. Bot lane, meanwhile, Portswimmer is trying to get that farm up. Has gotten a few numbers there. See how much damage they get on this turret. Hohenheim, meanwhile, is trying to protect mid. Let's see how it works out for him. Does manage to hold that off. Amaya going a little bit aggressive on RTC here, but not able to get in close because of the minion wave. And Portswimmer manages to take down that turret. Good to get some progress there.
Trist is easily right off the bat a threat to any kind of turret with just that pickaxe under her belt. So solid play there from Team Phoenix.
A lot of danger pings going on in the top lane. I think it's Nebulon indicating that he's going to come help. but he's going to run headfirst into at least 2 mushrooms here. There's one. Amaya decides to start the attack a little bit early. A lot of damage going down here. Does ult to heal up. RTC's damage still poking through that, though. Here comes Nebulon. Let's see if this works out for him. Did go for the stronger, more durable dark build, but RTC trying to cloak and bluff them doesn't really work out for him. Amaya blinded, not really attacking. Here comes Arcane Soda to help out as well. A lot of damage coming down. Ooh, Primed-In's here. That's going to be the thing that makes the difference. Suppression locks down Nebulon.
Huge play, big rotations. White Wolf Gaming taking no risks right now.
Hohenheim does have his ult, though, so this could be huge, and I think that RTC knows that, and that's why he fell back. Putting a few more mushrooms in the brushes. Dragon taken down, that'd be a Cloud Drake. No, Earth Drake. Cloud Drake is next. And these, ooh, Braum getting hit quite a bit. Let's see if LNZ can handle it. Portstormer does a cute little jump there, but unfortunately don't have the range for it. LNZ's going to get taken out by mushrooms. That's just what's going to happen here. Let's watch it happen. Ooh, the heal almost doesn't work, but does manage to survive there.
It's worth pointing out that Primed-In landed one ability onto that Braum. The rest of that was Teemo.
Yeah. The honeypot mushroom damage is absolutely insane already. Just went straight Landry's from all that gold he had saved up. Meanwhile, Lucian did get the Blade of the Ruined King with all of his gold. A lot of hyper aggression coming out of White Wolf this early. Maya coming in to try to contest a little bit, just gets a lot of pokes for his trouble.
I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed by the calm that this Team Phoenix is showing right now. They're playing very well from behind. Really, the only thing that they're struggling with is answering these rotations. White Wolf doing a very strong job with that.
Yeah, I would agree. I was going to say, I would not have bet on bot lane being able to take the first turret the way they did, but they managed to do it. Hohenheim gets picked off trying to head for blue buff. Top lane Amaya is going to lose the tower. Let's see if this engage is a good idea or not. Big Braum ult, though, knocks up 2 of them. Here comes the damage. Lulu ult does help out Arcane Soda. Arcane Soda is going to go down. Let's see if they get more. Snipe slows down Tilted Snorlax a little bit here. Braum's going to get his passive off, though. Big stun on Konos. Does take out Braum, but Nebulon takes him out. We'll see if Snorlax does get Nebulon, but Port Swimmer should be able to finish Snorlax here.
Oh, big shield. Prolonging it, but not ending it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we'd have to take away Port Swimmer's ADC card if that had gone badly for him.
3 for 2. Sorry, 2 for 2. No real winner in that exchange, but I think it's definitely going to go over to White Wolf because they're able to pressure this top tower.
Ooh, flash coming in from Hohenheim. Not sure I agree with that. Doesn't deal as much damage as he would have liked, but a lot on that team. Oh, ooh, Axe barely misses there.
Grace's little B-wings.
Cleaver, I suppose, not Axe.
Someone should let Mundo know the bees, they're endangered right now. I saw a documentary. Gotta be careful.
Well, with all the explosive beehives they're putting out everywhere, I can see why people want to exterminate them.
Kenos just criticizing a lifestyle he doesn't understand.
Yeah, well, you know, that's what I do. That's why I'm a caster. Alright, so we got Soda getting blue buff possibly here. Nope, saving it for Primed. Who does pick it up here. So we were at a 6k gold lead already, which is a little bit intimidating. A signal to try to go after the Rift Herald. We'll see if they do manage it. Kantos rather, is kind of by himself down here. Interesting place for an ADC to be. Not really doing much. I mean, with all that gold in your pocket, can mess with your decision making a little bit. Looks like he's going to help out the bot turret. Was maybe waiting for Tristan to show up, but Tristan decides to go back and pick up a few more items. We'll have to see. This looks like it is going to be uncontested. Mid lane, a lot of poke going down on LNZ. Hohenheim and LNZ retreating. All good distractions while they finish taking out this Rift Herald, which they do.
And that's the interesting thing, because Teemo had all those shrooms down, you saw Mundo have to blow that Oracle in to try and clean up his immediate vicinity.
Oh, here comes a little bit of engagement there from Arcane Soda. We'll have to see if they decide to take the bait. Portswimmer does and gets stunned for a shovel. They get locked down as well. Big ult coming out of Hohenheim to close out Primed in there. Portswimmer does not manage to get away thanks to RTC's damage over time. Amaya comes in, pops the ult just to get a little bit of damage out there. Kane manages to get locked down, but is not taken out. Amaya really wanted to go after Primed in there, but everyone else backs off.
Looks like they are going to be able to successfully disengage as long as Amaya can get out.
Should be able to. Big flash there, but here comes Nebulon to help. Nebulon's going to pay for it, though. So one
Trading
for one.
jungler for jungler.
One for one exchange there at the end.
I would say the big turning point in that is when Von Hohenheim was able to land that triple knock-up. It definitely kept the team fight going, or else that would have been a clear wipe.
Indeed. Well, we'll see what this Rift Herald manages to do. Popping it little out of position is the rest of Phoenix thing. See where we go with that. Here goes the Herald on the turret. Big hit on the turret, as the Rift Herald does. But they're going to kill it pretty quick here. And they do. Alright, so turret 3/4. Ping to go after that blue buff. It must be coming up soon. Oops. Oh, who knew? That's interesting. Alright. And Baron will be up in about 2.5 minutes. Next dragon, which as we covered is a Cloud Drake, will be up in a few seconds here. Doesn't look like Phoenix is in any position to engage on it. Oh, they are sort of setting up for it. Ooh, Arcane Soda biting off a little bit more than they can chew. Teleport coming top. RTC possibly trying to take advantage of the fact that Amaya was going to go and help at blue buff, but instead we have a top lane fight. While there's a fight over Dragon, Phoenix managing to take advantage of taking the jungler out to try to secure this.
It's a very rough position to be in for Phoenix right now.
They do secure it pretty easily though. Now Phoenix just needs to get out of there. Oh, Nebulon gets possibly locked down. Nope, wall runs out because he's Kane and that's what he does.
Now this whole time this is going down, we got a Maya-chan, one of the best healers in the game, going very low. Not able to answer this Teemo very well.
Yeah, Amaya really needs help up in the top lane. Not for any particular reason that, you know, he's doing badly, but just the simple fact that he can't quite... Ooh, lockdown there on the Kane. Kane decides to close in, does ult, going to be in a lot of trouble once he comes out. Almost managed to get primed in though, thanks to RTC. Does not happen. Hohenheim did try to help, but didn't quite have the mana for his ult, I believe.
No, and that just shows what kind of monster Kane is right now. He has one item completed, and that's his jungler's Stalker's Blade. Other than that, he's just sitting on some Trinity Force piece, Phage.
Ooh, nice little poke.
I don't think he's building that, but that's what came to mind.
Yeah, well, it is a Trinity's Force piece. No question about that. Baron up in 20 seconds. No wards from Phoenix on it. So they're going to have to try to get over there. Not so many mushrooms coming out of RTC either. It does throw down one now as I say that, but not quite as much of a minefield as I think many people put going against Teemo fear. Especially considering how many there were when RTC was playing earlier. Alright, but a lot of setting up for this Baron. It looks like they're just going to engage on it right away. Kodos using his ult to try to get a little bit of extra damage on there. Phoenix is in no position to contest this.
Well, he probably won't start with that ult because of the essence read.
Hohenheim tries to flash for it, interestingly. We do see Teemo just hanging out. RTC was just waiting. That was interesting. I am surprised. Hohenheim's probably going to regret blowing that flash for a failed Baron steal, though. We'll see if that comes back to bite him later. RTC not too concerned about mid lane, going for that red buff currently. Is spotted doing it. The whole team rotates back. That's interesting.
I think they're realizing their strengths is when they're together. Flash trying to escape, going back into the top lane. Blast Cone allowing to escape. Braum does not reach with his Q.
Yeah, all those beehives really helping. Good slow there and knock up by Hohenheim, though. This should be a dead team up, and it is. They might be able to get this top lane now, too, but Primedin and Kantos are pushing quite hard. Baron buff helping out quite a lot. This tower is so dead. Alright, so this may be first inhibitor down. We're at still about a 7k, almost 8k gold lead for White Wolf.
And this isn't just because of kills, folks. This is solid farming. There's only a 4 kill differential, but Lucian up 40 CS. We see Primedin up 20 CS.
RTC also.
Names. Yeah, so just solid farming is really what's being the deciding factor in this game.
Yeah, Blast Cone out. LNZ almost predicted that, but decided to go up instead of staying down. Probably figured he'd end up dying before his team came to help. Good use of geometry there by Hohenheim, taking out the spell shield.
That high school calculus class was not wasted on him.
Now let's see what happens here. Soda a little bit forward. No one can really take advantage of that right now, though Amaya's coming to try. One good axe misses. Whole team of Phoenix is down here, so they gotta make something happen with this. Oh, they're resetting a little bit more toward mid lane, stopping the push from Tilted. Here comes Amaya again, once again trying to get behind something, but there's no one to get behind. And RTC is still pushing. Check out the gold while we're talking about that differential. 1200k gold differential in the top lane. Almost 1,000 gold differential in the mid lane. And that bot lane is really the story. 2,400 gold differential. Even on the supports, 3,000 more gold for Snorlax.
We see him just walking out of that 3v2.
Oh, here comes Hohenheim, sick of RTC. A lot of damage put down there. Might have actually been able to take him out if he hadn't missed that one spell. But we'll see. Kane rotating up here, looking for the Teemo as well. Not gonna be able to get him though. Nice little mushrooms trap set up there. RTC doesn't go back. That's interesting. Little daring play there.
Yeah, you can't miss that cannon minion.
Well, we'll see. Nebulon was, I believe, spotted. No, we're spotted now for sure. Primedin and Arcane Soda coming up to make sure RTC is safe. A little bit of a knock up there. Nebulon maybe a little too aggressive, but they managed to fall back. That Teemo damage though is... Oh, and not to mention Mal's also has the mask, which is dealing a lot of that burn damage you folks are seeing under the champions. But we'll see what happens. This turret is probably dead with only Hohenheim to defend it. Yep. Alright, so all outer turrets are now dead, I believe. Yep. So, yeah. So now all we've got left are inhibitor turrets and nexus turrets. And even then, one of those is down. And Amaya's unable to help stop Kantos and Snorlax. Ooh, a little bit of a good play there. Managed to rack up a couple. But once again, while they're doing that, Amaya's just completely overwhelmed. So good plays up in the top lane by Phoenix, but completely abandoning their bot lane to do it. To the point where they're going to lose this turret too. Ooh.
Stalling on him with that redemption.
Yeah, Poppy tries to get out there, but Portsummer's taken out by RTC before that can happen. And just one turret in the way, and Kantos is not letting it stand. It's a very fed Lucian. Actually decides to leave. Don't disagree with the choice there. No reason to force the issue when you're 2v3. Meanwhile, just more farming from RTC. And bot lane's going for another Earth Trick. Which just means they'll be able to take down those last objectives all the quicker. Worth noting, Baron is going to be up in about a minute. I'm not sure if Phoenix will be able to do anything about that. Good job by Maya going through and trying to take out as much of the Teemo objects as she can, or he can. But unfortunately, the help is just too much. I don't know. If I'm a Maya in this game, I'm really just telling my team that they need to help me out a little bit more in the top lane. Because I think that's been a big story of this, is just watching Mundo struggle against Teemo for 26 minutes. And if not Teemo, just that other bot lane work as well. But we'll have to see if that's able to work out or not. RTC is pushing that top lane pretty well. Gonna be a fight here pretty soon, I believe, in the mid lane. We'll have to see how that works out for him. Nebulon's trying to go in. Nebulon's always been the big aggressor in this fight. We'll see if that carries on depending on champions in later games. But here goes the battle now. Huge knock up there. Arcane Soda is definitely going to go down here. The channel on Amaya-chan, but Amaya-chan does not care. Here's some of that scary Undying Mundo-ness coming through here. There goes Malzahar. We'll see if Hohenheim's able to keep Kantos off him. Ult is not up. Did end up having to blow it there. Big attempt from the ult there by Tardis. We'll see if they're able to finish knocking that up there. Kantos should be dead here. Hopefully he doesn't manage to solo the whole team, and he does not. So that's the first major team fight I think we've seen Phoenix able to handle. And handled it pretty well. RTC, of course, was not really involved in that. Just busy doing split pushing top lane things. Snorlax comes to him for help, being chased by Amaya-chan. But the two little ones should be able to get away here. We'll see though. I mean, no, Hohenheim choosing not to be aggressive. Tardis pushing up here as well with Port Swimmer. See if they're able to close that out or not. And
that's what Phoenix really needs to do right now, is just be a little bit defensive and look for an opening.
Yeah, and they definitely got those openings too.
Yeah, for sure. And it, like you said, it shows their potential for team fights, so they really need to group up and just kind of get a couple picks down or win a team fight, and they can be back in this game.
Yeah, good to see Port Swimmer continuing the farming as well, keeping that focus. A lot of positioning going on around the Baron Pit right now. Have to see if they're able to actually make something happen with that. On the side of Phoenix, obviously, White Wolf's in a very good position to give it a shot. Hoping Hohenheim saves his ult. He has to go back.
Ears open.
Yeah. Also have to keep an eye out for all those shrooms. Maya still doing shroom cleaning duty. Headbutt's one of them. That's not what you should do with beehives, kids, just so you know.
If your kid doesn't know not to headbutt a beehive, let natural selection take its course.
Alright, here we go. So, going in on the Baron. Hohenheim has switched out of Cleanse to Teleport just to get there quick enough. He's going to need to ult like right now. Ult's 1 second too late, but it is stolen anyway. Excellent play there by Nebulon, jumping in there and getting that done. And Nebulon is now trying to solo the entire team. Does get suppressed, so unfortunately not able to do that. Arcane Soda is tanking a lot of the damage here. A little bit of target missed priority, but here comes Port Swimmer pouncing in on both of the carries, trying to make something happen, but Kodos is just too fed. That's an ace.
Oh, so close, guys. So close.
And now here goes RTC to try to finish the game out. We'll see if he's able to do it. He's got 25 seconds. Doesn't quite have the attack speed.
Yeah, I feel like he's not going to be able to do much. He'll probably get a couple, maybe one or two, maybe two inhibitors.
Yeah, Kantos is here to try to help. Kantos is actually thinking about closing out the game. The other turret was taken out by the super minions. This could actually win right here because Kantos is up here completely uncontested. 7 seconds left. This is going to be it.
Breathe, Kanos. Yep, that's going to be the game.
Well, really good attempt at coming back there by Phoenix at the end. Got a couple of the engagements I'm sure they wanted from the beginning. But unfortunately, just White Wolf got so far ahead. It's always rough when that happens because you can't quite maintain in that sort of situation.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that had to be most of the story there, is that White Wolf just got too far ahead early in the game, and what Phoenix was doing their best to compensate for that, but it just wasn't enough. They were able to. Oh, look, they're changing their icons. Sorry, ADD. But the I just feel like that they got too early. They were too far ahead, and Phoenix had a hard time compensating for it. That's really a lot of it. I mean, we saw the aggression early in the matchup. I mean, that was just insane. I was really surprised that White Wolf was able to pull any of that off. It was to say they did get smacked on the hand for it, but they were able to come back from it totally fine.
Indeed. Well, we'll take a quick break and then we'll move into our second game. We'll see if Phoenix is able to swing momentum back their way or if White Wolf closes this out 2-0. Please stay tuned.